इन-लॉज बैठे हैं दोनों साइड पे, एक को चाहिए एक सुंदर सुशील बहू, दूसरे को चाहिए ऐसा दामाद जो रास्ते पे गुंडों को पीट दे, और ये दोनों ही रिक्वायरमेंट्स पूरी हो जाती है और तब हो जाती है शादी और फिर होती है एक्चुअल स्टोरी चालू। हाय, आई एम प्रतीक्षा मिश्रा एंड यू आर लिसनिंग टू माय रिव्यू ऑफ धूमधाम। कोयल चड्डा played by यामी गौतम धर बड़ी ही खुशी से सुनती है when her parents are essentially saying that she is a mild-mannered woman, कर्फ्यू के बिना कभी घर के बाहर नहीं जाती, and also has always studied in all women's college, so there's nothing to worry about. On the other side, there is Pratik Gandhi's character Veer Podar, who is shifting very uncomfortably in his seat when his parents are talking about how उसने sometime गुंडों को पीट दिया था, and he is very brave, he is very courageous. So basically what both the families have wanted from each other. Now naturally, since ये arranged marriage वाली meeting इतनी अच्छी गई है तो हो जाता है चट मंगनी पट विवाह, but both of these characters haven't really gotten a chance to introduce each other or their real personas to each other. और यहाँ पे बहुत ही interesting देसी सा premise create हो जाता है, especially when the film now shifts gears into becoming a crime caper. शादी की पहली रात में ही दरवाजे पे एक नॉक आता है and they open the door to reveal two very scary looking gentlemen who are like चार्ली कहाँ है? Now for several minutes in the film they're like कौन चार्ली भाई, किस चार्ली को ढूंढ रहे हो, बट दीज पीपल आर इंसिस्टेंट कि इन दोनों को पता है कि चार्ली कहाँ है। कुछ ना कुछ करके थोड़े बैटल ऑफ विट्स खेल के वो इस रूम से तो बाहर निकल जाते हैं, बट दिस इज व्हेन द एंटायर चेस सीक्वेंस बिगिंस। नाउ व्हाइल ऑन द रन एंड दिस सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी इज कन्वेड सेवरल टाइम्स बाय द कैरेक्टर्स देमसेल्व्स व्हेन कोयल कीप्स टेलिंग कि भाई जल्दी बता दे, हमारे पीछे गुंडे पड़े हैं, प्लीज बिलीव अस। सेंस ऑफ अर्जेंसी कन्वेड, बट इसी के चलते चलते बोथ ऑफ दीज कैरेक्टर्स आर लर्निंग अ लॉट अबाउट ईच अदर। दोनों फैमिलीज ने काफी केयरफुली इन दोनों को पैकेज करके प्रेजेंट किया था, बट दीज पैकेजेस आर ऑब्वियसली फॉल्स। एक साइड पे है कोयल चड्डा who was introduced as this very सुशील person but is actually someone जो चीजें और गालियां दोनों ही कभी भी फेंक के किसी को भी मार सकती है। She is a loud mouth and leaves her house definitely after curfew। और दूसरी तरफ है वीर who unlike his name has so many phobias that at some point you lose count of them। और इसी के चलते चलते कोयल spends most of her time either saving him from situations or surprising him with the new things that are discovered about her and also being quite frustrated by the things that she discovers about him। अब ये फिल्म दो ही डायरेक्शन में जा सकती है, या तो ये होगा कि ये जो अनलाइकली मैच है नॉट मेड इन हेवन और आर दे विल ईदर फॉल इन लव और विल डिसाइड टू सेपरेट। ये जो गिमिक है फिल्म की राइटिंग उसको काफी बेहतरीन तरीके से यूज करती है एंड लीड्स टू अ लॉट ऑफ laughs, leads to a lot of sequences that are quite funny। So now these two people who essentially are relying on each other to save their lives but don't know anything about each other, how will they fare? Very interesting premise and also quite original in the way that it is handled। But unfortunately ये फिल्म भी eventually वो predictability के रास्ते चली जाती है। इस predictability के set in होने से पहले Veer being shocked and surprised at all the skeletons that are falling out of her closet remains funny, and it's also great that a film like this does not make her apologetic of her behavior at all because it shouldn't। The issue with this film however is कि ये फिल्म दो distinct genres में divide हो जाती है। There is a rom-com happening and there's a crime caper happening। Both of them can exist together and they should, it would make for a very good film, पर यहाँ पे वो थोड़ा सा disjointed लगने लगता है। Both of these genres start waiting for the other to make its point before it comes back to the film। For instance, कोयल की जो भी नाराजगी है, जो भी गुस्सा है, is completely understandable and at one point she goes into a very passionate monologue about why women like her have to lie to their families, fully completely valid। It is very reminiscent of America Ferrera's monologue in the Barbie as well, but इसके साथ problem ये है कि everything in the film comes to a standstill while it's happening। The action leaves the film, there is just this monologue and the people on the screen at that point। The issue is very obvious। अब खुद ही सोचो, अगर मेरे माँ बाप की जान खतरे में है and as much as I love a good feminist monologue, I would postpone it। I would postpone it either for later or keep running while I'm doing it। A conversation can be had while you're still pushing the plot forward। And जब ये repeatedly होने लगता है, you kind of start to feel a little detached from the film, क्योंकि आप audience पे responsibility नहीं डाल सकते हो अपना tonal shift balance करने के लिए। That responsibility has to rest with the makers। और जो predictability और tropes की बात हो गई, consider this, they are yes trying to flip gender narratives in the way that the story is being told and they do it well for the most part, but with that messaging अगर आप ये arc introduce कर देते हो कि कोयल only finds this man attractive when he is portraying very hyper masculine characters, then you are going in a very hypocritical direction to your own messaging। क्योंकि personally I found Veer much more attractive when he cracks funny jokes, when he seems a little confused, or when he knows how to fix a wound in a running local train instead of when he is karate chopping people। Now speaking of performances, this entire film does use Koyal's character as a fulcrum and that is why there is a big responsibility on Yami Gautam's shoulders। For the most part she carries off this responsibility quite well। She has not played a character like this before but she does prove with this film that she has comedic chops। कुछ ऐसे scenes हैं जो actor से ज़्यादा expect करती हैं than what she can deliver, and in those scenes I feel like all the layers of her character kind of congeal into one primary emotion and those scenes aren't as effective, जब आप इस फिल्म का ट्रेलर देखते हो एक बात बहुत ही आसानी से क्लियर हो जाती है कि दिस इज अ कैरेक्टर दैट प्रतीक गांधी इज गोइंग टू एस एंड ही डज. व्हेन यू वॉच मडगांव एक्सप्रेस इट बिकम्स वेरी एविडेंट दैट दिस इज एन एक्टर हु कैन डू दीज ऑडबॉल स्क्रूबॉल कॉमेडीज. अ क्राइम केपर विद दिस premise is right up his alley and he does a wonderful job. And yet this script puts him on the edge of something amazing and still kind of brings him back. It holds him back from that. For example, when the film is making a very impressive point about the male gaze, Prateek Gandhi's character goes through a transformation. It's a cathartic experience for him. Utna is very clear from the scene itself, but इस catharsis के consequences फिर हमें देखने को नहीं मिलते हैं. We don't get to see the changes in his character and that is again where the film falters. फिल्म को ये पता है कि उनको characters को कैसे present करना है, पर वहां से ये कैरेक्टर्स जाते कहां हैं, दैट इज द मेन इशू. और यही धूमधाम का प्रॉब्लम है. इट्स सच अ फन फिल्म, इट कुड हैव डन सो मच बेटर. दिस इज अ फिल्म दैट आई एम अपसेट बाय बिकॉज वो और बेहतर हो सकती थी. द जोक्स आर लैंडिंग, द कास्ट इज डूइंग अ ग्रेट जॉब एंड येट इट ऑलवेज फील्स लाइक द फिल्म इज होल्डिंग इटसेल्फ बैक. हाउएवर, फॉर द फन दैट दिस फिल्म डज ब्रिंग एंड द डिसअपॉइंटमेंट दैट कम्स विद इट, माय रेटिंग फॉर धूमधाम ऑन Netflix is 2.5 stars out of 5.